Gambian rapper Killer Ace Tuesday donated 700 parcels of sugar, milk, tea bags, and 110 sanitary materials to the Mile 2 Central prisons to support inmates at the country's main famous detention center. The rapper also promised to continue his support towards the rehabilitation of the country's central prisons, community libraries, and a mentorship for prisoners. Mabuji Sese has the details in this report.
It is a common belief that prisons support the upholding of the rule of law, justice and good governance, without which there will only be jungle justice. However, most prisons in Africa, including the Gambia, are usually used as punishment centers instead of rehabilitation. Superintendent Yahya Jammeh of the Female Wing Department of the Mile 2 Central Prison said this central prison cannot do it alone, saying Killer Ace's gesture was a good one, appealing to other artists to emulate him. Commissioner of Operations Lamin Sow said there are 3 reasons that usually lead to people in prison. He said some go to prison because they cannot defend themselves, while some offend the law, and for others is destiny. Killer Ace himself said he decided to direct his support to the prison because he was one time remanded there himself and has experienced the difficulty inmates are facing there.
It was inspired when I was here in remand in 2019, and during my time there, I was privileged to engage with a lot of young people. I was privileged to understand the situation and the circumstances and the plight of many of the prisoners, including the prison guards themselves, as I see the hard work that they do tirelessly inside of the prison. And that inspired me for when I come out, I must try to find a solution using what I do most, my music and my influence, to try to at least help a little bit or bring change. And still today, I still remember some of the people that were there that were saying, Ace, please don't forget us. Please don't forget us. So even sometimes at night, I remember those calls from the prisoners there. Initially, it started after one of my events. Every time I have an event, I take a commission of that profit and I allocate it for donation to the prison. That was for 1 year, 2 year, and luckily this year, thanks to some great people, it's not a single-handed effort, even though I am the man behind it, but you have a lot of good people behind me who hear about the cause and want to support one way or another. Maybe not many, but I must also tell them thank you. And that inspired me to think about this project.
Deputy Director General of Prison, Keta Sedi, urged people to emulate Killer Ace in supporting the prison service. He called on Killer Ace to let the community know that the prison is now a rehabilitation center and advocate for communities to accept people who are freed from prison and help to reintegrate them in the society. He also stressed that there are presidents who had once passed through prison, but that does not make them to lose hope.
We remember that we always look at the back, because it's not always good to look at the forward. Look at the back, people behind you. If everybody follow your footsteps, you've been here before. You out there, but you still don't forget people behind you. And I think all of us should learn out of this. I mean, life, you should always look at the back, not always in front. And the donation that you have contributed is a lot, because it is from your bottom of your heart. Again, on behalf of my Director General and the staff that are senior officers that are here with us, we welcome, we thank you very much. This would help a lot. I mean, the prison these days and 2 years ago is a total different one. And through your music, I want you also to help us by trying to reach out to young ones and even to society, letting them know that most of our prisoners now are rehabilitated. Letting them know that, let them give second chance to prisoners coming from Mile 2.
Mabuji Sise, Eyeafrica News.